Well, hello and welcome to Music Lessons with Tony Valley. Today we're going to be going through picking the right guitar for you. We're going to be going through strings, names of strings, finger placement. We're going to be going through body placement of the instrument. And also we're going to be going through tuning and finding websites to either find a guitar that you're looking for or maybe repairing an old guitar that you have hidden around the house or whatnot. And I'll give you a list of places you might be able to go to or websites that'll help you out with that. And definitely guitar tuning, so you'll be in tune while you are learning how to play. Choosing the right guitar. If you're a beginner, you're going to be choosing the right instrument that's going to be suited, good for you. You want something that's going to be contoured to your body enough so it's not too awkward and not too small. You're going to want something that's going to fit right against you like this, and it's going to be comfortable as you're learning. Jumbo guitars come out like this, but if you're a bigger frame person, you're going to want that reach and you're going to want that stretch. There's many different shapes of guitar. For an older person, a more mature person, you're going to want a full-size acoustic. And for somebody with a smaller frame body, you're going to want a 3/4 size acoustic. For children, you're going to want a half size to a 3/4 guitar. And if you're going to be shopping in a local store, you can either go online, but again, you're not going to be able to fit the guitar when you buy it offline, obviously. But you want to look for full size, 3/4 size, and half size. But if you do go to a music store, you want to make sure that the guitar fits comfortably, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you don't want to spend a lot of money in the beginning. You want to make sure you like the instrument, and you want to make sure that you like the guitar. You're going to want your body to sit against here like this, have your guitar kind of at a slight angle up, and you'll know that it's the right guitar and it's comfortable. You can go on to musiciansfriend.com to look at them online. There's many local music stores. You can go on the web and search for Western Mass and different stores to find a guitar and to look for them. And up next, we'll be talking about tuning. Tuning your guitar. All right, to get your guitar in tune, you're going to need a guitar tuner, and there's many different guitar tuners out there. You've got chromatic tuners, you've got the old style, just buzzing tuner, and you've got different foot pedal tuners that you can get into. But we're going to talk about right now using the best thing you can use up to date would be your phone app tuner. So if you've got a phone out there, which most of us do, you can download a tuner app, and you can just do that, and you can tune each one of your strings to the pitch on your tuner app. There's a couple different other ways you can do it also on YouTube. They have manual tuners on YouTube that go through the strings, or they give a couple of different pitches for you to start from, but it's pretty easy nowadays to get that. We're going to start tuning with our first string. Now before you start moving anything around, you're going to have to move your tuning keys to actually get the pitch of your string to change. Now you're going to be really careful when doing this. You don't want to tighten it too much because you'll have the chance of breaking your string. And you don't want to have it too low because it's going to be so far out of tune that you're not going to be able to find the register of the note. But once again, really slowly when you're tuning. And you're going to start with your app or with your YouTube, and you're going to find the first string, which is E. Your first string. And your tuner is going to give you the pitch for it, and you're going to match it. You're going to slowly either bring it up or down to the pitch. On stringed instruments, you're going to want to go below the note, meaning you're going to want to go right about here where the pitch of the note is. So when bringing it up, it'll tighten, because on guitars, new and old, you're going to take the chance of that going out of tune easier, and it's going to go way out of tune if you don't just bring it up. And what that is it gets caught in between here of the section right in here that your string's attached to. So once again, going back to the app, you're going to tune to your first string, E, second string, B, your third string, G, your fourth string, D, your fifth string, A, and your sixth string, E. Now we're going to go through those once again. Your first string, E, your second string, B, third string, G, 4th string D, 5th string E, A, and your 6th string E. E, B, G, D, A, E. And once again, be very careful on tuning your instrument. You want to, once again, go very slowly when you're bringing it up or down to the pitch, and then bringing it back up. Up next will be finger placement and how to use your pick. Okay, first of all, we're going to use the right hand. If you're left-handed, it's going to be in your left hand. This is a plectrum, a pick. There's many different sizes to the pick. There's heavy, medium, and thin. What you want to get is you want to get something in between. Medium would be fine to start with. Fender medium picks are great. What you want to do is you want to hold it flat against your thumb, and you're going to aim this part down into your guitar. Again, your thumb's going to go across. First finger will go like this or like this, depending on what feels comfortable. Again, it can be first finger over the top, thumb like this, or it could be thumb like this against the side of your first finger. And that's when you would strike the string with that. Okay, finger placement on the left hand. Your thumb wants to be on the back, and you want to keep it on the back of the guitar neck. Again, looking at it like this, your thumb's going to be straight onto the back, your nail angling straight up. And this is going to be the best angle for you to sound your notes out correctly. And you want to keep your hand on the back of the neck, and what you also want to do is when you put your finger down onto the fretboard, you're going to keep a space in between here. Don't do this, and don't go like this and grab the neck like a baseball. You want to go like this and keep a space in there, almost like you're going like this. All right, now, going back to your pick side, just rest your pick right on the first string, your first string E, and it's the smallest string. You're going to place that right there, and just hold it right there. Now, put your thumb on the back of the neck again, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at our first space right here, okay? Now, the first space is called the first fret. Now, technically, the middle bar is your actual fret, okay? But when you press and sound out a note, you're going to press in between the spaces, okay? So obviously, this is the first space. So it's the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, etc., going all the way up. And that's the same for every single string. Okay, it doesn't change. No matter if you're on the first string, sixth string, fourth string, this is the first fret, second fret, third, fourth, fifth, etc. Okay, going back to putting your thumb straight on the back of the neck, take your first finger and put it right in the middle of the fret, right in the middle. And you're going to squeeze like this. Because if you don't squeeze, you're going to hear, and that's just the buzzing sound because your finger is not pressing all the way down to sound the note out. If you squeeze together, you'll sound the note. And what you want to do is you want to practice getting that note clear. Once the note's clear, move up everything, even your thumb in the back, to your next fret, the second fret. Third fret. Fourth fret, fifth fret. Now what you want to do is you want to do that to every single string to get used to it, and this is a good practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, use only your first finger. We're going to get into the other fingers later. Use your first finger just to get used to it and get comfortable. And for people with longer fingers, if your thumb does come up a little bit, it's okay. I have smaller hands, so I need to keep my fingers in the back and pretty much straight up to be able to sound out the notes. So you want to keep that thumb in the back. If your thumb comes up a little bit, as long as your finger is flat, again, fingers flat in between the fret, it should be fine. Again, going through the strings. And we'll go right through them. Now again, you're going to have that clear sound, and as you build what's called callus on your fingers, you will sound the note out better and better. And some of you might be an instant good player right away, and you'll be able to press down and sound that note right away. But if you have that buzzing sound and you're having trouble, don't be discouraged because it'll tighten up very fast as you practice. And a little recap on your strings: your first string, second string, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You want to remember that as you're playing your exercise, and we'll call that exercise 1, moving your fingers up and down and playing those notes. Remember the names of your string: first string E, second B, third G, fourth D, fifth A, sixth E. Next up, we're going to be learning about finger strength exercises. Finger strengthening on the guitar is very important when playing chords and just generally playing guitar. When you're beginning on guitar, you want to have your fingers able to go to different frets and to play in different positions for chords and whatnot. But right now, we're going to start with your 5th fret. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your 5th space. And again, it's like that with all the strings. But we're going to focus on the big string E, the 6th string, the thickest one. We're going to place your first finger right in the middle of that. And again, make sure your thumb is straight on the back and comfortable. And again, squeeze together like we were doing down on the 1st fret. And again, if the note sounds like this, you're not pressing down hard enough. So you do want to squeeze again with your thumb and your first finger, or whatever finger that you are pressing down on. And squeeze. Okay, we have that note. Now, we're going to be going all the way across to every single string. Again, we're going to start with the 5th string, the 5th fret and the 6th string. And you're going to go all the way down. And again, make sure that the finger is pressing down flat and you're sounding clear. Again. Now notice how I'm not moving my whole hand. You want to keep that position, and once you get that sound and you have a comfortable thumb and finger position, you want to keep that. Again, keep your wrist straight, and once again, all the way through every single string. It doesn't sound or look like much, but this is very, very good for your fingers. Okay, next we're going to add in the 2nd finger. I'll play the exercise through. Again, slow. Like you're walking. Now what you're doing is you're using your first finger and then putting your 2nd finger onto the next fret up, onto the same string. First finger, 2nd finger. Your first finger's on the 5th fret, your 2nd finger's on the 6th fret. Again, move to every single string. And again, keep that tension and keep that strength, and that's going to build the strength in your wrist and build the strength in your fingers and build your callus. So we're going to go through this again. 5th fret, 6th string starting. 5th string. And it's very important to keep your fingers still and hands still to be accurate. You know, using your right hand, make sure your pick is hitting the same string twice because you're using 2. So you're going to be using your pick and hitting it twice on each string. Now we're going to move into the 1, 2, 3 exercise. We did the 1 exercise, 1, 2 exercise, and now we're going to do the 1, 2, 3 exercise. 1, 2, 3. Now notice how my fingers are not lifting up. Your fingers are going to have the tendency to lift up as you play. They're going to go, and you won't even notice it. You need to keep these fingers down for proper exercise technique. And remember, you're hitting this pick hand, you're hitting the string 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And that's a good way to remember it as you're playing the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as time goes on, your fingers will be able to get coordinated to play much faster and have the dexterity. There are many different exercises for your fingers, but right now we're just going to focus on the 1 exercise, the 1-2 exercise, 1-2-3 exercise. We're going to be getting into more complex exercises and adding in the 4th finger. But for now, once again, the 1 exercise, the 1-2 exercise, and the 1-2-3 exercise. Next time on Music Lessons with Tony Valley, we'll be adding in the 4th finger onto the exercises and getting into more intricate finger exercises and studies.